Dude, we would fucking listen to his shit a lot, dude. Mostly it was against like rich people or whatever.
Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah, I never really liked the rich, really. You know? Because we had a ditch in our yard, right? And it wasn't our yard or whatever. I think the government owned it. Somebody owned it, whatever. We didn't. But in our neighborhood, people would burn trash. That's how they got rid of trash, you know? So people just burn trash in the ditch because a lot of times people would forget to get it out to the curb, or sometimes people didn't have the cans or whatever, you know, so people just always be burning trash in the ditch. And we'd be running and jumping through the soot all the time, right? So from 50 feet away, we looked like a group of young African-American children, you know, or blacks.
Yeah.
And anyway, that's not even part of the story. That's just something that happened a lot. But what happened was, rich people, there was a rich guy who was a veterinarian or whatever, and he would drive through our neighborhood and he would take like dead animals and stuff out of the trunk and he would throw their bodies out into our like ditch and like just like getting rid of them on the way to like some other rich area or whatever, you know? Because our street was like a pass through between like a couple rich areas kind of. And so they would just, so it always made me angry at rich people because it'd be like these.
What type of dead animals?
Dogs, things that had died, I think of just, that had been put
dogs?
Sorry, and that's the worst one to say.
Oh my
Fuck,
God.
dude. I could have said any other one. And hold on, he wasn't like some dogster or whatever, like, or like a Dexter. I mean, sorry, but he wasn't. He was he was a veterinarian, and I think he was having to put these animals to sleep, and some of them they would dispose of. You know, this wasn't a time when people would keep their dogs. This was a time when a lot of dogs weren't inside.
I feel like you're lying to me, like I'm a little kid, because you're like, no, they're at the farm.
Oh no, yeah, they're safe.
They're all alive now. Actually,
they're in a special area.
So you would throw.
But he would get rid of some of the carcasses and stuff in our neighborhood. And I think when I was a kid, that was like a rich guy because it was a nice car. So I think I associated like, oh, rich people are like that. Like they just throw out the junk for poor people to deal with, you know? And we're out here fucking, and then we'd end up throwing bones at each other and shit after it would like decay or whatever.
So it's so gross.
Well, we didn't know. We didn't have it. Nobody in our neighborhood had a dog. We didn't have a dog. We had like a couple of dangerous dogs that would travel around the neighborhood and attack people for no reason.
So you didn't like dogs.
Well, we didn't have any like semblance of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of my friends had dogs. They had a dangerous Doberman. No, dude. Nobody I knew had a cat growing up. There were some cats that lived outside and were up to very bad things. Okay? And obviously worked for the Satan. Okay? There's no denying that they work for the Satan. And so people were not, nobody was anti-animalia in our area, but that wasn't something that people had on a regular basis. I remember the first time I went to my friend's house and they had an indoor dog, and it was a golden retriever, which, first of all, how nice that you have so much gold you can have an animal just go get some of it for you. Like, that blew my mind when they told me what it was. I was like, this is unbelievable. Like, we can't even go in our apartment 2 days a week because some of the gas issues. And these people have an animal that will just run off and grab a mouthful of bouillon whenever you need it. And I remember seeing its just long, beautiful hair, and it looked like a beautiful woman to me. I remember like, that thing is beautiful. It was better looking than most of the women in our area. It looked like Suzanne Summers. Bring up Suzanne Summers. Let's get a gander at her. This is one of the funniest times I've had on a podcast in probably 2 years. Don't you think, Trevin?
This is great.
Whoa.
Thank you so much,
Oh my
Fiona.
God, I'm having a blast.
That's her when she came in right there. When I saw that
A golden retriever for sure.
that was her. She was like the icon.
Throw some teal earrings on that dog.
Put some teal earrings. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah. That's perfect. That thing could have volunteered to work in the nurse's office at our school.
Yeah.
I'd have been
Been
so
real
happy.
mean to you for being a little late to class. I was barking orders, man.
Let's go into a news section. I'm going to take a break for 1 second. Do you have to pee or anything?
No, I'm good.
Is pornography causing a problem in your life? Do you find yourself watching porno for longer periods of time and having trouble stopping? Is porn affecting your relationship or dating life? Well, you're certainly not alone. Watching pornography has become so commonplace today, and oftentimes men use porn to numb the pain of loneliness, boredom, anxiety, and depression. Shame and stigma prevent men from talking about these issues and getting help for them. I want to introduce you to my friend Steve. Steve is the founder of Valor Recovery, a program to help men overcome porn abuse and sexual compulsivity. Steve is a long-term sexual recovery member and has personally overcame the emotional and spiritual despair of abusing pornography and has dedicated his life to empowering men to do the same. Steve is an amazing person, and he is a close friend of mine. I mean that. Valor Recovery helps men to develop the tools necessary to have a healthier sex life. Their coaches are in long-term recovery and will be your partner, mentor, and spiritual guide to transcend these problematic behaviors. To learn more about Valor Recovery, please visit them at www.valorrecoverycoaching.com or email them at admin@valorrecoverycoaching.com. Thank you.
Sometimes, I mean, I know a lot of people that just like do research and like let the morality of stuff go. And I'm like, okay, that can all be true. But like, imagine that was your sister, brother, or whatever.
Yeah. And we're talking about the Renee Good shooting. Let's put the ICE shooting that happened. And this is one clip of it. We'll show this clip. I know there's different angles of clips. I'm not going to get into like a lot of the like angular stuff, that sort of thing. But I do want to cover this a little bit because we haven't talked about it on here.
Change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former fucking president. You want to come at us?
And this is a lady and her girlfriend who are out, and they're protesting these ICE agents. Renee Good was involved with an activist group called Minnesota Ice Watch, acting as a legal observer, documenting what's going on, etc. Okay, play it up.
I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the fucking car. Get out of the car.
And then there's 3 shots, and the woman's deceased, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, this is just baffling. What are some of your first thoughts? Do you even want to talk about this? I mean,
no, I think it's important.
Well,
okay. So I found out that the defense I keep hearing for this ICE agent is that he, 6 months ago or so, was dragged 200 feet or something by a vehicle. And I'm like, he shouldn't have been working.
Yeah.
That's PTSD.
It says the Immigration and Customs Enforcement agent who shot and killed 37-year-old Renee Nicole Good in Minneapolis on Wednesday was dragged by a car in the line of duty last summer, according to court records. So there was documentation that happened to him. Ross needed more than 50 stitches and had abrasions on his knee, elbow, and face, according to court papers. So obviously he has PTSD in this situation. I don't think there's any way that you couldn't, right?
Like he's going to be trigger happy if you're telling me he has trauma related to vehicles.
For sure, this is the last place that he should be.
Right.
My thoughts on, I think nobody deserves to lose their life in an instance like this, right? Like the guy shouldn't have shot the woman. He could have shot the vehicle.
The tires.
Yes, or let the vehicle go and deal with it later and find a way to deal with it later on. Those are some of my first thoughts. I have a couple of others. You know, I think as far as like the agitators go, which I think is what it's safe to call them, like at a certain point you have to recognize that that people are just people, right? So if someone's a doctor, they're wearing a doctor's coat. If they're wearing a police uniform, a fire uniform, a principal, they're just people. So they're still like flawed, right? They're still just a regular person like you and I, and we know what it's like to be a person. It's hectic, and it's hectic more than ever. I know you want to have an effect, but this just felt like
Yeah,
You know?
it's just there are so many other ways to go about it.
For sure.
I doubt she had ever been face to face with someone that had a gun like that, because I'd be scared, right?
Oh, I'd be super scared. I'd be super scared. A guy because if an officer pulls his weapon out, they don't usually pull it out unless they're going to use it.
Right.
Or unless they're probably, they fear the threat of death. I think that's supposed to be why they pull it out. When is an officer supposed to pull their weapon out? Can you look that up for me, Trevin? That's kind of interesting.
Because I feel like I watch a ton of police body cam footage. They always pull out their taser first.
Yeah. Oh, well, I don't think anything should have been pulled out here. It's like, I just don't know if this had happened 6 other times down this street where this woman is moving their car and then blocking in front of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying anything justifies it. I'm just saying at a certain point, it's a bad idea to mill around somebody that has a gun and be doing anything. Like, I'm the kind of guy, when people show up with guns,
I'm out.
I'm out of the room. I'm out of the room. I'm out of the house. If somebody, like, I'm at a party, somebody wants to show somebody a gun, I'm out of here. If I'm at a hunting camp and somebody pulls out a gun,
I'm out of here.
I'm out of here, dude. I'm out of here. A police officer, reasonable belief of threat. The primary justification is the officer's reasonable belief that there is an imminent danger of death or serious physical injury to themselves or other persons. From my look of view, and from the videos I've seen, it seemed to me like he wasn't going to get run over.
Yeah.
But when you factor in the fact that had happened to him, I'm not surprised that he
believed it was reasonable.
That he would overreact. Ugh. It's a stupid situation that really felt like it didn't have to happen.
Well, also the scary part about that is this is like someone that's like a government person. And so her being, annoying or aggravating or whatever. I mean, they're like in the US, I think there's like a certain level, maybe not anymore, but there was like of a belief that like, oh, I'm safe and I'm an American. Like, yeah. I can talk or,
I can express my beliefs, that sort of thing. Yeah.
And if this goes unchecked, it scares me for what that means. What is reasonable after this?
Yeah, I get that for sure. It's hard to know if this had been going on for 2 hours before this or if this had just all happened in like 30 seconds. That's a tough thing to know. But what to your point is, we're going to get into a place where there's a lot more, I feel like, this like vigilante journalism type of thing, where even with like the guy Nick Shirley who went and tracked down the Somalian healthcare fraud, you're going to have more of that. And are you going to have more people out here who want to go out and contest the police? Yeah, overall, in the end, for me, it gets weirder and weirder that we're just getting to these more comfortable places. Like you and I are able to sit here and watch a video where somebody got killed. Like we don't see the bullets hit them and stuff like that, but we know what happened. And we're in a place now where we're
just like, yeah, let's talk about it. Yeah. Like it's not, yeah, that's terrifying.
It's pretty scary. One of the things that's happened that's caused a lot of this is they let so many people into the country without proper documentation and without proper checking in. Like we had some Border Patrol agents on where when people were coming across the border, they would have to meet later with an agent at a certain point, like because they were so overwhelmed. It would be like, okay, you have to meet with an agent at this point. And so many people were not making those appointments. And so people were just in America undocumented, right? And I just believe that everybody should have documentation. I believe there's fair ways to be in the country. I believe that that we need a proper immigration in and out. I'm a huge believer in that. Pew Research Center reported 14 million undocumented immigrants in 2023, a record high that likely peaked further before declining in 2025 under stricter enforcement. But what I'm saying is this is one of the reasons why there's so much of this ICE stuff, why there's so much ICE going on, because there's so many people that are up to no good, that don't want to have any laws, that want to hide from documentation, that want to hide from being here legally. And then what's wilder from there is the process of becoming an ICE agent. Have you seen some of this?
No.
So U.S. citizenship is required. What's required, Trevin? Are you on, Mike?
So, U.S. citizenship is required. No felony convictions or misdemeanor domestic violence offenses are allowed. You have to pass drug tests, medical exams, background checks. It says here for entry level positions, you typically need a bachelor's degree, but there was reports of some recent ICE